Hey, Facebook, Mark Nelson from marknelsononline.com. How's everybody doing today? Today, what I want to do is talk to you about calling prospects. That dreaded thing that we do once in a while, actually calling prospects. And it can be dreaded. So let me give you some hints, though, because I'm going to talk to you about 6 steps that can really help you and really help me. One is when you're calling prospects, and I'm talking about the people that opt into something, that ask you for some information. But one is you need to actually carve out some time. When I first got started, I really didn't carve out time. I just thought, well, I'll call here and I'll call there. But you just need to carve out some time. And it can be on the weekend. Most of us, when we get started in network marketing or home business, are working. So it can be during lunch. I do it during drive time a lot. I make a list of people I'm going to call, and I call with my hands on the wheel, so I'm pretty safe. But I call them and talk to them while I'm driving, so I can get some time well spent while I'm driving. But the coolest thing, or the best thing you need to do, is call out some time. And then you got to make this easy. It's almost like you're talking to somebody that you know, but somebody like maybe you meet in the grocery store. And we aren't going to try to sell them on anything. We're just trying to get to know them and start a conversation. So what I do is, hey, this is Mark Nelson. You asked for more information on how to do XYZ, or how to do this or something. But what I do is I introduce myself, because they need to know who I am, who are they calling from, or why I'm calling. So when I ask them that, I said, hey, this is Mark Nelson. I'm just calling because you asked for some more information on X, Y, and Z. The next thing I do is I'm actually going to try to ask them some questions. And all I do are real simple questions like, what are you looking to accomplish? Or what are your goals? And as we're talking and trying to get to know each other, the third step, and I think this is extremely important, is that you have to ask them if they have more time. So I just asked, do you have more time to continue? Or should I set up a time and call you back? Because, when you call people, they might be busy. And I don't know if you've ever been on that side of the phone call when you're trying to be polite but get people off the phone. That can be a challenge sometimes. So just ask, do you have more time to continue? And then set up a time to call them. If they do, the next thing is I form them. And form them means family, occupation, recreation, and money. So I start asking questions about that. I ask them about their family. I want to try to get to know them. I want to, are they married? Do they have kids? And I probably know this stuff already because I might have looked them up on Facebook or in social media to see who they were. Occupation, I want to know who they are. What do you do for a living? Just curious, what do you do? Are you a stay-at-home mom, or do you have a job? Are you a teacher? I just want to find out what's going on. Or I ask them, what are the favorite thing for recreation? If you go on their social media site and see they like boats, I like boats. I want to connect with them. So I'll ask, wow, I see you really like boats. I said, what kind of boat do you have? Just trying to draw more conversation out. And the M is for money, right? What's your goal? How much monthly income would you like to make? What are your goals with money? How much are you trying to replace the income? Or if everything goes right for you, what would be your monthly income that you'd like to make? So form is really important. It's FORM, family, occupation, recreation, and money. And just go through and load those questions up to them. The fifth one is get permission to tell your story. Just ask them, do you have time to listen to how I got started? Because here's how I got started. I was a high school teacher, and I really didn't have time, but what I wanted to do was supplement my income. So my monthly goal was I wanted to make an extra $2,000 a month. And then this is how I did it. So after you ask these questions, this is the hardest part. Is you got to be closing. Say, hey, John, if I can show you how to earn that extra $2,000 per month. Are you ready to get started today? The key is get started today or get started now. But the processes of going through all of this, first thing is carve out time. When are you going to call your prospects? Second thing is introduce yourself. Tell them where you found them from. Did you see them in a group? Do they opt in? Remind them how you got their name and number. The next thing, just ask them what they want to accomplish. What are your goals? What are your monthly income goals? Ask them. The third thing is ask them if they have time to continue. Get permission to either finish the call there or to set up an appointment to call them back. The fourth one is to form them. FORM. Family, occupation, recreation, money. Ask questions about them. Then get permission to tell your story. And we all have great stories. Every one of us has great stories. Get permission to ask and just tell them your story. Build up why you got in this business, how successful you've been, and where you're going and what you're looking to, how you can help them. And then the next one's closing. If I could show you how to earn that extra $500 to $1,000 a month, are you ready to get started today? Hey, Mark Nelson from marknelsononline.com. Click on the link below that I'll put in there. It's called marknelsononline.com/go big, and I'll show you how I can help you grow your business. Thanks. Talk again soon. Bye.